Kingdom.
Fuck that house now. I'm back. To the top, I'ma make it. Niggas just can't take it. To the top, I'ma make 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 it. Niggas just can't take it. Yeah.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy AJ. I'm here with Rage and Cypher. It's Nets Kingdom. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, follow us on Instagram at Nets Kingdom1. Also, type in netskingdom.net. We got articles on netskingdom.net. Make sure you check out those articles. So, Jalen Wilson is the king of Summer League. Jalen Wilson is the Summer League MVP. Let me read real quick what Yahoo Sports put out. It says here, Nets forward Jalen Wilson has officially been named the most valuable player of the 2024 NBA Summer League. Wilson was absolutely spectacular across the 5 exhibition games down in Las Vegas, quickly making a name for himself and potentially earning a spot in Brooklyn's rotation. One of the most dominant showings came on Friday night against the Magic when he recorded a 33-point and 10-rebound double-double, knocked down the game-sealing shot in overtime. He averaged 21, 4 rebounds, while shooting an efficient 47% from the field and 55% from 3, man. Jalen Wilson, man. I mean, real quick, you guys. I saw, we'll talk about this at the end, but I saw people kind of like Clippers fans were upset because they wanted Jordan Miller to win MVP, and I looked at Jordan Miller's stats, and they were actually pretty good. They were literally kind of better than Wilson, but we're Nets fans, and we're biased, so we don't care. Rage, what do you think about Jalen Wilson winning MVP? What was your reaction?
Well, first off, obviously you look at, he won MVP, but what stood out the most out of Jalen Wilson was, man, that guy can shoot the three-pointer, 55% from 3 over the what, 5 games.
Yeah.
It was huge, that was a question mark, going into the summer league, but he showed that ability, and not only that, we obviously know his ability to engage defensively, and offensively he can drive as well and create and pass the ball a little bit. Jalen Wilson is constantly engaged. Another young guy was already getting rotation minutes for us last year, and he also got a contract last year as well.
Yeah.
So for Jalen Wilson to have a season or a summer league like this, it's looking a little nice for
Good,
us.
man.
Already going in a rebuild situation.
Yeah.
Jalen Wilson it's looking nice for Nets rebuild world.
Go ahead, Saif. What are your thoughts on Jalen Wilson winning MVP?
I mean, it's huge. Congratulations to him.
Yeah.
With him winning Summer League MVP, that would be the second Nets player to win it in the last 3 years. Cam Thomas won it in 2021.
Yep.
So yeah, I was a little bit surprised because, as you said before, Jordan Miller, he had a fantastic Summer League.
He did. He really did.
Yeah, but hey, I ain't complaining.
Yeah, I saw Jordan Miller's stats because I remember I sent it to Rage. I was like, I just saw I put it in one of the group chats, and I was like, damn, his stats are really, really good. Like, I think the only thing Jalen Wilson did better than him, I didn't really watch Jordan Miller closely, but the only thing Jalen Wilson did better than him was, I think, was the free throw percentage. He had a higher free throw percentage, and I'm assuming they looked at Jalen Wilson's defense because Jalen Wilson had really, really good defensive possessions. I wasn't sure if Jordan had like as great defensive possessions, but his stats was really insane. So I'm thinking like the NBA was showing the Nets love. Like the NBA chose Jalen Wilson and the Nets over the Clippers, giving them even the better, even though Jordan Miller had the better stats. I guess they looked at impact wise and Nets franchise wise, they gave us the win. So in my mind, I'm like, wait, so then the league kind of giving us some they're showing us a little bit of love. Could this be the same type of love we can get in the draft? Like, hey, they looking at Brooklyn like, yeah, we might be, the league might be showing us love. Because before they didn't really show, I mean, they showed Cam Thomas love because Cam was clearly better than everybody. But this way, this summer league, Jalen Wilson was outstanding, but Jordan Miller was a little bit higher level than he was, unfortunately. But yeah, do you guys think the NBA, like, am I speculating too much here, or you think the NBA is showing us a little bit of love with that Jalen Wilson picking Jalen over Jordan Miller, yo?
I'm not sure. It's hard to say because, there is a defensive argument in favor of Wilson
Yeah.
And even though Miller's 3-point percentage was better, 60% from three,
Yeah.
only 4 attempts per game, whereas Wilson took 8 attempts per game. So
Yeah.
pretty
Still,
radical difference there. And
yeah.
I also know just the threes that Jalen Wilson was hitting was very eye catching. Contested, long, like very high impact moments.
Yeah.
So
He had
I
the
could
clutch
see.
moments. He did have clutch moments. Yeah. The game winning shot in overtime. Yeah. Because I'm looking at the like Jordan Miller stats, and I'm like, they had a better record than us. The percentage was a little bit better, like you said. But if you want to like highlight the key moments, like Jalen Wilson had really, really strong key moments that I don't know if Jordan Miller had, but because I didn't watch the Clippers that closely. But like I said, the NBA chose Jalen Wilson. But so going forward, real quick before we get out of here, like what do you guys think comes next with Jalen Wilson? Like, what are his improvements? Like, what can he do to get better at his game? Because every player is not perfect, but what are the holes in Jalen Wilson's game? Rage, what do you think the holes are?
Well, I think if we want to go instantly to the offensive end, we're gonna look at, once he gets the ball and he goes and drives, sometimes he, struggles to get high up a bit, and
Yeah,
it just and so some of his finishes, sometimes they go in, but he doesn't get really high up off the ground and it's a low percentage type of shot. I think that look for that in terms of that offensively, and then defensively, just him being a little bit quicker and him being able to guard better players and not getting beat off the dribble as much, and just knowing where to be defensively. Kind of looked lost on defense at times, as
yeah,
did quite a bit of people. But at least he does. The good thing is with Jalen Wilson is that he has the willingness to improve defensively, clearly, and improve his game. So that's a good indication on what we can get from Wilson moving forward. But definitely him knowing where he's going to be on defense, and just the better rotations,
yeah,
and him being able to get higher up off the ground and better athletic finishes.
yeah. What about you, Saif? What are the holes you see in Jalen's game?
I basically agree. I know
Mhm.
that my biggest question here is okay. We know the jump shot is legit. It's
Yeah,
just can he break down his man off the dribble and get to the rim? No, that's
yeah.
the biggest question mark.
That's yeah,
We saw it in summer league, and the talent here is a little bit worse. So I want to see if he could do that on the NBA level.
yeah,
There's that, and then there's the playmaking. He has a handle, but there's not much really team creation from him specifically.
yeah.
Not necessarily a weakness, but not really a strength either.
Yeah. Like he's like with him, I think he's more it's hard with him because he's more of like a system. I think he has to be in the right system to be effective because like you don't want Jalen Wilson like running the offense, or you don't want like you said, Jalen Wilson being our because we already have a great shot creator in Cam Thomas. So you don't want Jalen Wilson being able to he doesn't really shot create. Like I guess if he wants to expand his game, it's just pivotal moments where let's say he's in an ISO situation and trying to create a shot. That's where Jalen Wilson has to like be more effective in because he's going to get these catch and shoot threes are great and they're great for his position wing, and he can go downhill and drive. Like he's capable of going down to the rim and driving and beating somebody off the dribble. But it's those situations where like somebody stops you from driving and you have to get a bucket late, a timely bucket, a ISO creation bucket in the midi, or you know, just moves trying to separate yourself from separate yourself basically. So like what I'm trying to say. So Jalen Wilson just got to be better at creating his own shot, his self creation. I think that's where like he needs to excel, but it's not like pivotal because he's not going to be in that role. We already have Cam Thomas. We got guys that could create, so he
You
doesn't have
still have Ben Simmons, Dennis Schroeder. You still have other guys that are
to
going
have
to
guys
go and get their
feeding
own
him.
bucket.
So he
Got
doesn't have to
Keon
like
Johnson on a contract.
yeah, he doesn't
Yeah.
have to tween, step back. He doesn't really need all that. He just needs to be able to like just in case I get stopped at the front dribble, I need to be able a counter and able to do like something to get a shot off. Like that's just
And the
all
last
you
possession, maybe
yeah,
it's late. There's late second time. Maybe it's like like a last possession type of thing.
yeah,
Or but just in terms of like the shot clock going down, or just not having anything else offensively, just
yeah,
being able to do something besides just taking a contested three-pointer, being able to get to the rim, being
yeah,
able to beat them off the first step and getting high up off the ground, because usually you're not going to just have an open lane to the rim even after you beat somebody,
yeah.
you know.
He's like in basketball terms, a bag. He's got to have some type of bag to get a bucket,
Or
because it's not
even
always yeah,
even draw some contact because we saw some ability to really get into his opponent's chest and draw that contact and get to the free throw line.
yeah. because it's not always going to be a straight line drive to get a bucket. Like you see these straight line drives he's making, it's not
Yeah.
always going to be like that. There's going to be ways you're going to have to counter. He's going to have to work on counters. But yeah, let us know in the comments what do you guys think about Jalen Wilson. Where do you need to improve? Hit that like button. Let us know in the comments about him. What are your thoughts on him getting the MVP award? Appreciate you guys so much. Follow us on Instagram, Nets Kingdom 1, and also netskingdom.net. We got articles dropping on netskingdom.net. Appreciate you guys so much. We'll be back.